what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Nate Jones, who works with Mayweather Promotions, who works with Floyd Mayweather, said that Conor McGregor offered him $1.5 million to basically switch sides on Floyd and train with him. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And he also revealed some other things about McGregor we'll get to, man, in the Boxing Scene article. And basically, he said that McGregor people reached out to him and tried to get him to switch on Floyd. He hung up on him. Then Montel Griffin, the light heavyweight who fought Roy Jones twice, got in touch with him and said that McGregor people looking for you. He talked to him. I guess Montel, relayed the information. And he said, no. He said this is something he ain't never tell Floyd. At the end of the day, $1.5 million is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how you got to understand, where the loyalty at. That's loyalty. A lot of people will switch up for you for a bag of chips. And, at the end of the day, Floyd helped bring Nate Jones out of a Great Depression. He was an Olympic athlete, and somehow, he fell off, and, he lost weight, gained weight, and just, shit really ain't go his way. And Floyd, picked him up, helped him out, gave him a job, and, ever since they've been rocking out. They was on the same Olympic team. But, I just let you know what type of person Conor McGregor is. You know what I'm saying? He really thought Nate was gonna switch sides on Floyd for $1.5 million. I think not. And even if he did switch sides on Floyd, there's nothing that he can tell you about Floyd to exploit Floyd that you can exploit, if that makes sense. You just didn't have the ability inside of the square circle to beat Floyd. You could have had his daddy on your side. You could have had De La Hoya on your corner. You could have had Cus D'Amato on your corner, Angelo Dundee, Muhammad Ali in your corner. It was just a different sport. You know what I'm saying? And I credit Conor McGregor for getting in the ring, and you credit anybody for getting in the ring and putting them gloves on and squaring up with anybody. That's a dangerous job, and that's a hard job to do. And it takes a lot of kahunas, because Floyd wouldn't cross over to the MMA octagon and fight Conor McGregor. He wouldn't. And not too many boxers going to cross over when they on top and they making the money that they making. So for Floyd, you got a real one on your team. You can trust Nate Jones. And in the grand scheme of things, Nate Jones probably made more than $1.5 million messing with Floyd. Straight up and down. You switch sides for $1.5 million and you ain't looking at the bigger picture. That $1.5 million can be gone. But Floyd will be there for, until you expire, until he expire on this earth. But, you just don't put shit past Conor. You know what I'm saying? He brought Paulie in, and, you know what I'm saying? He probably tried to get this type of inside information on Floyd, and he talked all that junk. He talked a lot of bull jive leading up to the fight. And Nate Jones said that, when he went to go watch Conor wrap his hands, when he watched Conor wrap his hands, he said Conor McGregor was hella nervous. He said he was really, really nervous. He said that he went to the washroom 6 times. And he said, damn, this the same dude who talked all that shit, about fighting Floyd. And he was so confident in the lead up. He talked all that trash. He said to go into the locker room and find out that he was nervous, as a nervous wreck. He said, I couldn't believe it. And maybe that's just his ritual. Some people get nervous. Some people throw up before big games and big fights. But at the end of the day, you can just tell it's all a persona. And too many people get caught up in the persona. You know what I'm saying? Khabib got caught up in the persona with Conor McGregor. Even though Conor McGregor took it too far, talking about his religion, talking about his father, talking about his wife, whatever else he talked about, he took it too far. People believe too much in the persona. The persona is not the man. The persona is like a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? You got Randy Orton in there, Farouk, and whoever else back in the day, D'Lo Brown, and all that type of stuff. But it's a persona. When D'Lo Brown go home, he probably a totally different dude. You know what I'm saying? When Triple H go home, he probably a totally different dude. But when people see this persona and they believe it, they act like that's you. But when you get one-on-one and when you're not in the public eye, Conor McGregor probably a different dude at home when he's taking care of his wife and his kids. But that proved for him being shook and scared in the locker room, he knew what time it was. He knew what it was. And it take a lot of kahunas, but really do it take a lot of balls when you getting, $100 million to get in the ring? Shit. He went out there and he fought. He went out there and he performed. He gave a better account of himself than I thought he would. But it don't really surprise me. A lot of the dudes, the loudest mouth in the room, they be nervous. Because not only in this type of, competition, this type of sport, not only is you going to take an ass whooping and you can lose your life, but also the public embarrassment. Usually the loudest is the most concerned in the room. The most ill-prepared in the room. Well, unprepared. So it don't really surprise me. They kept going to the bathroom and he was nervous, this, that, and the third. And he talked all this shit about Floyd. And Floyd should have dog walked his ass. Floyd shouldn't have carried him that long, but Floyd carried him thinking it's going to be, he wanted to do a rematch. You feel what I'm saying? Floyd carried him thinking, oh man, let's get this rematch on. That's why he carried him. And McGregor is willing to talk that shit again because he need that cash. And everybody need cash right now. Except for these billionaires that's banking and that's caking it up. But, for Nate Jones, that's cool that he hung up on him. Everybody needed Nate Jones on their team. But for me, it don't surprise me if Floyd take care of his peoples. That's a fountain that's gonna forever overflow as long as Floyd got it. For real. So that really don't surprise me with Nate. Somebody that was down on their knuckles, somebody that was, I think he had a drinking issue, blowing up in weight after the Olympics. Probably didn't have much of a pro career. And him and Floyd became friends on the Olympic team, and Floyd came back and took him with you. Why would you switch sides for $1.5 million? Which, a lot of people thinking, should he told Floyd and switch sides and Floyd could have gave him intel on Conor McGregor camp? I mean, maybe so. Maybe they should have ran game on McGregor, but then again, the media would have ran off with a whole different dialogue. Mayweather trainer switched sides. And, all of a sudden, Paulie did go back to Floyd and act like, him and Floyd was in on it. But at the end of the day, when you prepare like Floyd, you ain't worried about no mixed martial arts fighter. When people do stuff like Conor McGregor did, right then and there, people should have knew. I mean, well, if we didn't know. But right then and there, we would have knew that he was nervous. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing that anybody can tell you about Floyd that you can do anything with him. And just being nervous before the fight, I mean, everybody should get nervous and butterflies before a game, I believe. Especially at some point when you was younger and you competed. You get nervous, you get butterflies sometimes. But once the contact go, you in the heat of the battle. Once you start exchanging blows on the field, once you start exchanging pleasantries on the basketball court or whatever you're doing, really you don't think about being nervous. You don't really think about your well-being no more. You just in the zone. When you in the game and you locked in the important game, you don't really hear nothing in the crowd. You don't hear nothing else. You just locked in and you trying to win. You know what I'm saying? So it's nervous. It's actually, common for a lot of athletes to be nervous before competition. It is, man, but Nate a real one, bro. He a real one, dog. So I wonder what Floyd Mayweather kind of think about this. But $1.5 million, I mean, according to Paulie, he wasn't even treating his sparring partners good enough. He could have took that $1.5 million and treated them a lot better and given them a lot better living quarters. But I don't know what Nate could have provided him on Floyd Mayweather, to be honest, that he could have exploited. But he back talking and said he want a rematch or something they entertained. Floyd was talking about fighting both him and Khabib, Conor and Khabib in the same day at the New Raider Stadium and charging like $210 for a pay-per-view. I don't know why it's so high. I understand it's 2 fights, but not sure if that's going to happen. Dana White said he's not focused on boxing anymore. But anybody that knew anything about combat sports, not just mixed martial arts, boxing, or Muay Thai, or wrestling, anybody that knew anything about combat sports knew that, Conor McGregor had no chance. He did, and if Floyd would have went in there and just walked him down and destroyed him, he should have knocked him out in at least 2 rounds, maximum. I felt that Floyd carried him for that fight, but you know, I get my ass beat too for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Mike Tyson, bring your ass on for 100 million. I mean, not for $1 million. Shit, you know, prime Mike Tyson was a problem. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the story. You can check it out on Boxing Scene. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, response, video requests, or you want to chop it up. We got a Facebook group. So all my links in the description, man. So check it out, man. Straight to the Facebook page, straight to Twitter, straight to Instagram, straight to Facebook. You need to get to reach me fast. Twitter's the fastest way. I get the notification quickly. Then Instagram and Facebook. Want to make a donation? Just share the video for your boy with Cash App, PayPal, description. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We gone.